Welcome back to the channel. I am Joe. Happy 4th of July. Yes, it is 4th of July Sunday. Hope you're having a great weekend and a great day. Quick little video today, just like the title said. Yes, the Lexus is just randomly dying and it's kind of got me stumped. Stay tuned. Quick little background on what is going on with the GX. We'll be just driving along perfectly fine. In town usually. We'll go to turn, go up to a stop sign, a stoplight, let off the gas, and it will die. And it doesn't stutter, it doesn't hesitate, it doesn't run bad, and actually you only notice that it's dead when you go to turn or apply the brakes, and of course then there's no power steering or no power brakes. Pop it up in neutral, hit the key, starts right up. Now, let's go ahead and eliminate a few things right off the bat because there's some things that will kind of jump out as suggestions. Same things that I've already kind of talked about. Battery, perfectly good. It's actually got a new battery in it, an AGM battery. The old battery wasn't bad. I just upgraded to that. All of my connections are good. All of my grounds are good. Literally everything else in the car works perfectly, and every other second of every other time that we're driving it, like I said, car runs perfectly fine, flawlessly, and runs excellent. Now, to go along with that, ever since we've had it, it will throw a code, a check engine, like once a month, saying that both banks run rich, which I've pretty much narrowed down to. It probably needs a MAF sensor. It's just not always bad. I've cleaned it. That seemed to help a little bit. The fact that both banks are running rich, probably not an O2 sensor. I have replaced the PCV valve. I read that that could have been the culprit, and it definitely did need a new one. No big deal there. Still get the light about the same amount of time. Possibly a gas cap if I know some of the evap systems on the Toyotas are finicky. It may be a gas cap. Probably not, but the fact that it's running a rich code really does not correlate with it just randomly dying. Now, when I changed the battery, I just unhooked the battery, put a new battery in it, and that seems to be around the time that it has started dying, but it also may just be me thinking that because it started to register. I went ahead and I've disconnected the battery and left it completely disconnected for like an hour or so to make sure that the ECU is reset. Sometimes the car will get a little bit mad, like if it's had a new battery put in or if somebody's jump started off of it. It's just a finicky thing. I've also, after I've reset the ECU, I've gone and done the process where you reset the idle, which involves like warming the car up, key on, key off, starting the car, putting the parking brake on, putting it in drive so the car can just kind of sit against its own idle, and then put it in drive and let it idle for about 10 minutes. That didn't do the trick either. Now, that being said, I was driving it around yesterday. We were cruising along, 55 miles an hour, cruise control set, and all of a sudden just died off. It didn't die, but the power was gone. It dropped to about 1,000 RPM, kicked the cruise control out, and of course then I noticed it. Put my foot back in the gas pedal, revved it up a little bit, came back, turned the cruise back on, and went along our way. That leads me to believe it's a fuel delivery issue, and so I went ahead and ordered a new fuel pump. This has the issue where the fuel gauge doesn't read correct all the time. It always reads less than what it is in there. And from what my research tells me on the 470s and even the V8 4th Gen 4Runners, the sending units on the fuel pumps tend to get sticky and don't read accurate. So I'm just going to replace the whole thing. Hopefully my gas gauge will be more accurate. Hopefully it's a fuel delivery thing. Plug my scanner into it, no check engine pending codes, and no regular check engine codes. I can run real-time diagnostics with my OBD2 Bluetooth reader on my phone, so I've been monitoring like evap pressure, vacuum pressure, throttle position. There's a couple different ones for throttle position because I thought, you know, it could be a throttle sensor reading weird, and I can measure maximums and minimums once I'm driving. So I thought if that's bottoming out electrically, like it's shorting or something, that should bottom out on the gauge. Nothing there. Also, I have cleaned the throttle body, which I've cleaned the throttle body on every vehicle I ever owned because, I don't know, it's like something that you do, and it never makes any difference. Apparently on Toyotas it can make a difference. The throttle body is made out of aluminum, the butterfly is made out of brass. Heat and cooling can expand and contract those at different temperature, different rates. Plus, they can get some carbon buildup in them, and especially, like I said, it was happening when I was coming off the throttle, which means the butterfly is closing. And if you get some throttle buildup in there, everything's expanding a little bit with the heat. It can block off that little bit of airflow that it needs past the butterfly to keep the engine running, and it can kill it. And how it was dying just so fast and not sputtering or running poorly beforehand did make a lot of sense to do that. I went in and cleaned it, a little bit of carbon buildup in there, everything cleaned real nice, but again, no go on that. Did not solve the problem, and there I've ended up with the fuel pump. If you guys have any suggestions or have experienced this, please leave information down below, comment down below, email me, hawkeyeskunkworks@gmail.com. I've been over the forums, I've been on the Facebook message boards. A lot of people have just, recommended cleaning the throttle body, resetting the throttle limit stuff, and nothing has worked. I've actually had some people message me and say, hey, I've got the same problem, no idea what's going on. Please keep me in the loop if you figure out a solution to this. So I'm hoping it is the fuel pump. The fact that it kind of sputtered a little bit while I was driving it the other day leads me to believe that we get gas almost regularly at the same place, but I get gas in my other two vehicles almost exclusively there as well, and I haven't had any problems there. I do run some seafoam through the gas tank pretty regularly. I run a bottle of heat because we use ethanol a lot in Iowa to get rid of any excess water that might be in the fuel. So I don't think that's a big problem, but it is super annoying, and thankfully it hasn't left us stranded or anything, because again, like I said, when it happens, neutral, starts right back up, runs great. So it's kind of got me stumped. I haven't had an engine quite as advanced as this dual overhead cam VVTi motor, so I thought maybe it could be a cam position sensor, something like that, but again, no check engine lights, and no pending lights either. I can go in and see if the engine's been mad about something, and that hasn't been the case. So please, if you have recommendations or know what is going on, comments down below. Happy 4th of July. Nothing major going on in the garage as far as DIY projects at the moment, which is, if you're new to the channel, it's a lot of what we do around here. DIY off-road stuff, some mountain biking stuff, camping, and things along those lines. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Give the video a thumbs up. Maybe that will help the Lexus run better. I don't know. And turn the notifications on. We drop a video every Sunday and a lot of Wednesdays. So follow the links down below to my Instagram and my Facebook, where of course I post much more often than once a week over there. There was a giant firework going off at 2 in the afternoon. But anyway, we are gonna head out ourselves and go have some friends and family time, and I hope you are doing the same as well. Have fun, stay safe, and until next time, take care. Goodbye.